The letter sits on the table. Bruce Lee has been staring at it for 40 minutes. Outside, San Francisco traffic hums through the walls of his small apartment. It's 1964, November. The afternoon light comes in flat and grey through a single window, cutting across worn floorboards and a folding chair that creaks when he shifts his weight. He doesn't shift. The letter is typed, formal, signed by representatives of the Chinese martial arts community in Oakland. The language is polite, but the message is clear. Stop teaching kung fu to white students, or fight us. His hands rest on his knees. His breathing is controlled, but there's a tightness in his chest that has nothing to do with breath. This is the moment he knew was coming. For months, whispers have circulated through Chinatown. Bruce Lee, the upstart from Hong Kong, teaching sacred techniques to foreigners, charging money, acting like tradition is negotiable. The old masters tolerate innovation when it stays within walls they recognize. But Bruce has been teaching in parking lots, in public parks, to anyone willing to learn. To them, this is betrayal. To him, it's survival. He came to America with $100 and a suitcase, slept on friends' couches, washed dishes in restaurants where the owners spoke to him in Cantonese and paid him in cash under the table. His English was good, but not good enough. His kung fu was exceptional, but not recognized. So he adapted. He taught cha-cha dancing at street fairs to make rent. He demonstrated Wing Chun at community centers for $5 a session. And slowly, white students started showing up. College kids, curious, respectful. They paid more. They showed up on time. They told their friends, and the elders noticed. Bruce looks at the letter again. The challenge is set for December, a formal match. If he refuses, they will make sure no one in the Chinese community respects his name. If he accepts and loses, the same outcome. If he wins, that's the problem. There is no scenario where he wins cleanly. He stands up. His knees pop. He's 24 years old, and already his body carries small complaints. Years of training. Street fights in Hong Kong. The arrogance of youth meeting the limits of flesh. The apartment is small, one room, a mattress on the floor, a hot plate, books stacked against the wall, philosophy, anatomy, martial arts manuals in 3 languages. This is what exile looks like when you choose it. He walks to the window. Below, the street is full of people, moving with purpose. Work, home, errands, normal lives built on predictable foundations. He has never had that. His father was an opera star. His childhood was backstage chaos and touring schedules. By the time he was 18, he'd been in 20 films as a child actor and won the Hong Kong Cha-Cha Championship. But none of that mattered when the street gangs decided he was a problem. He fought them, often, got good at it, got a reputation, and his mother, terrified he'd end up dead or in prison, sent him to America with a one-way ticket and instructions not to come back until he'd made something of himself. So here he is, making something, and now they want to take it away. He sits back down. The letter specifies the rules. Traditional challenge match. No pads, no referee. Fight until one side yields or cannot continue. The location will be a private martial arts school in Oakland. Witnesses only, no press. They're being careful. This isn't about sport. It's about control. If Bruce loses, the story will spread through every Chinese association from San Francisco to Vancouver. The arrogant kid who thought he could break tradition got humbled. Students will leave. Opportunities will dry up. He'll be marked as someone who overreached. If he wins, he closes his eyes. If he wins, he'll have defeated a respected master in front of the community's witnesses. He'll have proven that he's not just skilled, but dangerous. And every traditional school will see him as a threat. The elders will close ranks. He'll be locked out permanently. But if he refuses to fight at all, he's a coward. And cowards don't get second chances. There's a photograph on the wall. Him and Linda. They met at the University of Washington when he was teaching kung fu classes to pay for tuition he couldn't afford. She was a student, white, Midwestern. Everything his mother warned him about. He married her anyway. She's pregnant now. 2 months. They haven't told anyone yet. Bruce opens his eyes. The light has shifted. The room is darker. He's been sitting here longer than he realized. There's a story his Sifu told him once, back in Hong Kong. A young Wing Chun student challenged an older master to prove his own skill. The student was faster, stronger, more aggressive, but the master knew something the student didn't. Fighting is easy. Knowing when to fight is wisdom. The student won the match. The master won the respect. Bruce didn't understand the story then. He was 17 and a